Okay, the next recipe we're going to make is a tasty cabbage salad with tahini lemon dressing. So we're going to start with head of cabbage. This is a cabbage that I got from a local farm here, and normally I would probably use a head of green cabbage, the normal cabbage, or maybe a Napa. This is probably more closely related to like a Napa, but I think it'll be fun to try it. I am going to discard some of these outer leaves and maybe use it to make stock, because I think it's a little more bitter on the outside. So I'm going to set those aside. So I'm going to chop this up pretty fine. I want to give you guys a little trick to chopping that I learned. If you put your knuckles against the knife and your fingers are always behind your knuckles, it's really hard to cut your fingers. So something I learned when you're cutting onions or what have you. And while I cut the carrots up, actually I think I'm going to shred the carrots. I'm just going to put a little sprinkle of salt on this cabbage just to help pre-digest that cabbage and open up the cell membranes. Just kind of massage it lightly. Cabbage can be hard for people to digest, another cruciferous vegetable. So we'll get that to start breaking down while we're chopping everything else up. Your recipe calls for a red bell pepper. I'm using carrot in its place, just because I don't have any red bell peppers in the garden right now, and organic bell peppers, I don't know if you noticed in the grocery store, they're like $2 for $5.
They're ridiculously expensive.
Crazy. But the red bell or the carrot's going to add nice color, so whatever you've got on hand I think is great, or what's in season. Some radish would be nice in here. Green onion. Already got those pre-chopped. About 4 to 5 green onions. They were pretty big, so I used about 4 of them. And then the jalapeno. And some fresh herbs, because I have parsley. We're going to use parsley today. And about a 1/3 cup. I'm going to eyeball that. And we can use the stems. I'm just taking off some of the tenacious parts of that. And then chop it nice and fine. And there we go. Sea salt and pepper to fit. We're going to add a dressing to this, so we don't need a lot, but because the carrots and the cabbage and onion, we can pre-digest that a little bit. Okay, we're going to make a lemon tahini dressing. I love using tahini in salad dressings. Just love it. It adds a nice creamy thickness to it. So we're going to use the juice of 1 lemon, which is, maybe about that. And then tahini, about a 1/4 cup. I'm going to eyeball it. And then a garlic clove. So I'm going to smash this with my knife to get that peel off. And then I will use my garlic press, so I don't have to chop it. But it's pretty big, so I need to, not quite fitting in there. And voila, You don't actually have to peel them to use one of these, but I like to. And then a dash of sea salt. And we do have, there is salt in the tahini, so I'm not going to add that much, maybe a quarter teaspoon. This little hand blender for salad dressings and things, it's just fabulous. So we'll mix this up. And this is pretty thick, so in your directions, we can add some olive oil, we could add some water. So I'm going to grab some olive oil. If you add water in your salad dressings, that's fine. You will lose a little bit of flavor, but your salad dressings won't last as long if there's water in them. If they're oil-based, they'll last longer in the fridge. So a lot of times I like making a big thing of salad dressing, like half of this, and using it all week in grain dishes and roasted veggies. We're still kind of thick, so I'm going to add a little bit of water. Oops. Go ahead and pour this over our salad. I'm not sure if I'm going to need all of it or not. We're going to have a little bit to garnish our plates with the cauliflower dish. So I might leave a little bit for that. Also depends how big your cabbage head is, how much dressing you're going to need. So it's always good to make a little bit extra. Grated pumpkin seeds. I dehydrate them so that I can preserve them after they're soaked. So they'll be nice and digestible. Those nutrients will be bioavailable to your body by soaking them. And the carrot gives it a nice color. Red bell pepper, of course, would look really nice in there too.
That looks good.
So this is the cabbage salad we made. Carrot gives it nice color. We have a little bit of the pepitas to give it a crunch. And the lemon tahini dressing on there to dress it just lightly. So it's going to be a nice, fresh tasting salad.